Whitehurst. I am the owner of Whitehurst Health and Fitness, and I'm also an independent Team Beachbody coach. I wanted to make a video to show you all the basic steps that I take to meal planning for the week. I have some really simple tools that I use. Most of what I'm going to show you are the things that I utilize in my 5-day clean eating blitz challenges. These are free challenges that I do each month. So if you find this video helpful in any way, please contact me on Facebook, like my page, and you'll be able to find out about my next free clean eating blitz. I hope you enjoy, and please let me know if you have any questions. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to start with is we have our clean eating meal plan. Before you do anything, you have to calculate how many calories you need on a day-to-day basis, and this very simple equation here helps us do that. So you start off with your current weight. I am currently 137. You multiply that times 11. I have my handy dandy calculator ready. So I'm going to do 137 times 11, and I come up with 1507. Then I'm going to take my calorie baseline, which is the 1507. I'm going to add 400. Which brings me to 1907. Okay. Then we're going to take our maintenance calories, which is the 1907. Now we're going to do a calorie deficit because this will help us figure out how many calories we need to take away to have like an optimal calorie range to support our exercise, but also to stay limb and trim, to lose weight, whatever that goal is. For most people, it may be to shed a few pounds. So we're going to take the 1907 minus 600. That gives us, 1907 minus 600. There we go. Which gives us 1307. Okay. Now, for those of you who are looking at this and you're saying, okay, well, I want to eat cleaner so that I can trim down a little bit, maybe lose a little bit of baby weight or weight that I've put on just kind of as I've aged and gotten older, or whatever the case may be. You may have struggled with weight your whole life and you're wanting to make a change. This is going to tell you how many calories per day you need to eat so that you can effectively trim down, lose weight, or maintain your current weight. For me, I'm working on maintaining. I don't really want to get too much lower than 137. I have lost about 27 to 30, between 27 and 30 pounds in the last year and a half. And so I have gotten to my goal weight. That's what 137 was for me. But I know that staying close to this calorie range will help me maintain that 137. So the next step is to figure out which calorie range we're in. So for this plan, I'm at 1307. I would go through. Plan A is calorie range is 1200 to 1399. Plan B is 1400 to 1599. Plan C, 1600 to 1799. Plan D is 1800 or more. Okay? If you fall below 1200 calories, then you're going to round up to Plan A. And of course, if you're over 1800 calories, then you land in Plan D. So for my particular weight range, based on the calculation that I did, I need Plan A. Okay, and this is going to be different for every person. Some of you may need Plan A, some of you may need the other plans. For what I need, what my body needs using this particular plan, I'm going to need to make sure I have 4 servings of vegetables, primary vegetables, and we'll go through what that is in a second. I'll need 2 servings of secondary vegetables or grains. I'll need 2 servings of fresh fruit, 4 servings of lean protein, and 3 servings of healthy fats. Now, as we go to the next page in our meal plan, you all will see that each section is labeled. So primary vegetables is the first thing. An easy thing to help you kind of remember is to reference your meal plan from the first page, whichever plan you fall under, and go ahead and write how many servings you're going to need by that section. So I know I'm going to need 4 servings per day of primary vegetables. Secondary vegetables and grains. My plan said that I'm going to need 2 servings per day of those. Okay. So that just kind of helps you keep those serving sizes in mind as you begin to plan. Now what I always recommend is that you grab a handy dandy highlighter And the first thing you need to do is, if you have to have 4 servings of vegetables per day, you need to figure out what you like, right? So you have a place to start. So this is not an exhaustive list. It's just some suggestions. It's a place to get you started. But what I recommend is that you go through this list and highlight, circle, star the things that you know you like to eat. So for example, I love collard greens, so I would highlight those. I love broccoli, I love asparagus, I like string beans, lettuce. You'll notice that these items here are unlimited, which is kind of neat. All of the other servings of vegetables, it's listed at the top in the description, that you need, that one serving is about a cup of uncooked vegetables unless it's otherwise specified. So I would have, you know, like a cup of broccoli. This one is different though, because asparagus, if you'll see that there, would be 10 large spears of asparagus, because it'd be hard to measure those in a cup. The same thing with like snow peas. You do 2 cups of chopped raw snow peas to measure out a full serving. So you just have to be conscious of whether or not you can count a cup, or if you need to do a little bit more or less in whichever vegetable that you've chosen. So you want to do this in each section, right? Once you get a good list of stuff that you know that you like, one thing that I like to go back through and say, okay, what are some things that I could try, that I could check out and see if I can find some recipes on that I might like. I'd be willing to do that with kale, so I'll star that. Brussels sprouts, I've heard good things about roasted Brussels sprouts. So one thing that you'll want to do is kind of keep this in mind for your planning in a moment. You'll go through each section and do that. So once you get done going through this list, the next thing to do to make sure that you have what you need is to pull out your awesome planning calendar. Okay, so we're going to slide this to the side. We're going to pull out our planning calendar. And again, this meal plan is something that I provide for all of the people who do my clean eating groups. And so it has everything that you need. As you can see, this is for my 5-day clean eating blitz. It has the 5 days on it that you need to plan for. It has the 6 episodes of eating that you need throughout the day. And so the first thing that I like to do usually for this is to go ahead and just list so that I don't forget what I'm going to need each day. So for mine, I'm going to need 4 veggies. Healthy fats are good, because the healthy fats, if you're wondering, are things like nuts, avocado, cheeses can be healthy fats as well. Okay, so here's my planning calendar. Let me position this so that you guys can see it well. I'm the type of person, I decide the types of things I'm going to eat first, and then I look for recipes. That's been more successful for me, because I used to just find a bunch of recipes and then try to figure out how to fit them in throughout the week. What I do now is I will say, okay, if I'm going to be eating clean for 3 days, right? I like to place things where I would usually eat them. So for example, if I'm going to do my vegetables, I'm going to plan out my vegetables. I am more than likely going to do at least 1 serving of vegetable for lunch. So I'll put that there so that I remember that I need to have at least 1 serving of vegetables with lunch. I will usually have at least 2 servings of vegetables with my dinner, right? And then I'll have a serving of vegetables for a snack. For me, it's going to usually probably be afternoon snack or my late snack. So I will put 1 vegetable there just to kind of keep myself straight. So I've got 2, 3, 4 vegetables total. That takes care of the 4 that I need. Then I'm going to do 2 veggies, secondary veggies or grains. For me, because I'm going to be doing things like brown rice, quinoa, sweet potatoes, I'm going to put those things with my lunch and dinner as well. That's just how I like to do it. So I'm going to put 1 of my secondary vegetables here and 1 of my secondary vegetables here for lunch and dinner. If you want to do something for a snack, like if you want to have a sweet potato for a snack one day, you can do that. This is not set in stone. This will just help you plan to make sure that when you go to the store, you purchase enough food to get you through the 5 days. Or through the entire week, depending on what you're planning for. But this is specifically for my 5-day clean eating challenge. Then I need 2 fruits. Now, I usually do fruit for breakfast or snacks. Because I have a veggie here, I'm going to put one fruit in my one fruit in my breakfast column and one fruit in my snack column. This can change up as well. There may be a day that I want to have a fruit for my afternoon snack, or I don't feel like having fruit with my breakfast. I usually do because I usually have a Shakeology with a banana. And so I know that this is pretty set in stone because that's just my routine now, but you have to change it up and see what works for you. Just to get through the rest of our planning, we have to have 4 lean proteins. I'm always going to have a lean protein for my lunch and dinner. Okay, so that's 2 of my servings. I do Shakeology for breakfast, so that counts as one of my lean proteins. If you decide to do like eggs and turkey bacon, that can count for 2 of your lean proteins as well. And then I usually will do like a yogurt or something for one of my snacks. That also counts as a lean protein. So I'm going to say that I'll save my yogurt for the evening, maybe, because that's just what I already have in mind. So 1, 2, 3, 4, that's 4 lean proteins. Now I need my healthy fats. I know that I always use one healthy fat for breakfast because I do Shakeology with a banana and a teaspoon of peanut butter. So that's one of my healthy fats. Let's see. I'm going to be completely honest. I usually just do a lot of peanut butter for my healthy fats. That's probably, not always the best thing. Another thing that you can do is cheeses. I like cheese and I like nuts. So you can do that as a snack. So maybe I'll have one of my healthy fats for my afternoon snack here. And maybe I'll have one of my healthy fats with my dinner because maybe I will have some type of avocado or something like that. This can shift around. I usually do most of my healthy fats with breakfast and my Shakeology or for snack. But this, again, just gives you a framework to work from so that as you're going through, these are the types of things that you need to make sure that you get in on those meals. So when you're going through to plan, what you want to do is say, okay, I need to have a fruit, a lean protein, and a healthy fat for breakfast, at least for Monday. So you want to start there. So like for me, I might say that for my fruit, I'm going to have a banana, and I'll make sure that I know what the serving size is because it's only half of a large banana. For my lean protein, I'm going to have Shakeology. Okay. For my healthy fat, I'm going to have a teaspoon of peanut butter. Okay, so that makes sure that I check off each of these sections, and that's what I'm going to eat on Monday. I'll just be honest and say that I do this for breakfast every single day. That does not have to be you. You can have something else. Say I get to Friday and I don't feel like having a banana with Shakeology and peanut butter. If I get to Friday, I can completely mix it up if I feel like it. I can have for my lean protein, I can say, okay, well, I want to shift it and I want to have maybe like 2 eggs and turkey bacon. Okay? 2 eggs and 4 slices of turkey bacon. That's actually each 1 lean protein. So we'd be having 2 lean proteins for lunch that day. That would mean that I have to adjust. Since I'm already having 2 lean proteins for lunch, I can't necessarily have, since I'm already having my 2 lean proteins for breakfast, I can't necessarily have my lean protein in the evening. I might have to do something else here, especially because I always want to make sure that I eat lean protein at lunch and dinner. And so that would mean that for Friday, I would just need to shift up my distribution. But writing it all out will make sure that when you go through, you can say, okay, on Monday, did I get in everything? You can actually go through and calculate it. So let's say if I did the rest of this, I had 1 apple, medium-sized apple. For lunch, let's say I'm going to have broccoli for my vegetable. I'm going to have sweet potato for my secondary vegetable, and I'm going to have chicken. This is a very typical meal for me. Then that makes sure that I have all 3 of those. For this particular day, I might have some cucumber slices for my vegetable, and then I might have some hummus, because that's one of my healthy fats, okay? For dinner, let's say I have broccoli, there we go, and some salad for my veggies. I have fish for my lean protein. Maybe I have some brown rice for, this is a huge meal, some brown rice for my dairy vegetable. And let's say for my healthy fat, I put a little bit of avocado on my salad. Okay? So that takes care of that. And then for my evening lean protein, like I said, I like to do yogurt because you can even freeze it and it's like a little frozen yogurt treat. So what I'd want to do then is say, okay, I've done what I'm going to eat for Monday, my tentative Monday plan. So I want to go through and say, okay, have I had everything that I'm supposed to have? Have I had my 4 veggies? I've got broccoli, I've got cucumber, I've got broccoli and salad. So I've got my 4 veggies there, right, for Monday. Then I want to go through and say, do I have my secondary veggies? I have a sweet potato here, I have brown rice there. So I've got my 2 secondary veggies. Then I want to make sure I have my fruits. I've got an apple and a banana. I've got my 2 fruits. My lean proteins, I've got my Shakeology, my chicken, my fish, my yogurt. So I've got my 4 proteins. And then I need my healthy fats. So I've got peanut butter here, hummus here, avocado there, 3 healthy fats. And that's how you make sure that you're getting in everything that you need for the day. Frequency of eating is going to be huge because it helps boost your metabolism. It also helps you keep from getting hungry throughout the day. I find time and time and again with almost every client that I've worked with, and myself personally, that if I don't stay ahead of my hunger and make sure that I'm eating every 2 to 3 hours, I'm going to become ravenously hungry, and then I don't care what I put in my mouth. My body just wants food. So frequency of eating helps you stay out of that danger zone, and it also helps boost your metabolism so that you're burning through energy all day long. So you repeat this each day of the week, and like I said, say you don't want to do this exact same menu on when you get to Tuesday. Just switch it up. Switch up when you have each of these food groups and you'll be fine. Once you have your whole chart filled out, then you can go back through and make your grocery list, okay? Because you want to make sure that you purchase enough of all of these things. So like if I'm going to have 1 cup of broccoli every single day, then I need to make sure that I buy enough broccoli to get me through 5 servings of broccoli, okay? I need to put that on my shopping list that I need at least 5 cups of broccoli. So look through. Again, rewind this video, go through it again if you need to. Also look through support materials. If you're in my clean eating group, look through the support materials that I've listed in the clean eating group. So that's it. That's how you can go about planning your meals for the week. I know that it can seem overwhelming at first. It was very overwhelming for me. But the great thing about it is once you really commit to making this type of lifestyle change, once you put in the time and the effort to sit down, plan your meals, know what you're going to eat, go to the grocery store, get everything you need, it becomes just a habit. It becomes a part of how you function from week to week. I also have a couple of prep videos on my channel that explain kind of how I prep food in bulk for the week. So please check that out as well. Please go like my page on Facebook, subscribe to this channel. I have a lot of other good information and tips that I'm going to be sharing with you all. So thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. Have a great day.